Joining me on commentary is Josh RTA, who is somewhat okay at this category.
Only somewhat, but hello everyone.
You can't see me yet, but they could hear the quotes. Well, there were big air quotes. Um, so, a couple of things. First of all, if you've never seen a restricted major glitches category, there are some instances in this run where if you have visual epilepsy sensitivity, you might want to look away. When you see me get the flippers, you might want to look away for about 45, 50 seconds after that because Misery Mire gets a little bit screwy. It's a lot of flashing lights and weird patterns. So, um, just warning there. Also, we rerouted the first 20 minutes of this category about 2 weeks ago. I'm still learning it. So, this is going to be me walking a tightrope over a dumpster with a lip match in one hand and a can of gas in the other. And let's see how far I can get before I fall in. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. Um, I will leave it to Josh to explain all the new stuff that's going on in the first 20 minutes. The first 2 minutes of this run have a trick that is somewhat finicky. I will give it 2 or 3 tries to get it going, and the worst case scenario, Josh, is I will fail back to the old route.
Hmm. hmm Yeah, this category was originally routed back in 2014, and that basic route has stood the test of time for years until like a week ago, basically.
Did we have a file name incentive? Okay, well then this is fine. Uh, we do have my good friend is on standby for if things get very fine. You will see my good friend joining me on the webcam, but otherwise it will be me. So, so we are ready to go. Whomst is starting the timer and wants to give me a countdown. All right. So yeah, for the first time in a long time, we have a major category that does not do escape first. So you're going to see me doing a whole bunch of junk that is, I assure you, a restricted major glitch. And I will let Josh say what is actually going on. Also, check out this chest in Link's house. We actually get it now.
Yeah, so the structure of this game, you're supposed to start this opening sequence, which is kind of a prologue in the rain. You go and rescue Zelda at Hyrule Castle, and then after that, the game kind of opens up and the rain ends. We're gonna completely disobey that structure, um, using a funny glitch or two that was found recently. Actually, I think all the component parts have been known about. It's just recently people figured out a way to put them together in a way that
Yes.
will save time.
Specifically, the hero of this particular route is Blank, who decided to, at 3 in the morning, put a bunch of puzzle pieces together and changed the whole category in one Discord video. Changed pretty much all the RMG categories too.
Yeah.
This same routing actually caused the longest standing Link to the Past world record, which was 4 years and a week for any percent RMG, to fall with the new route. And I in fact have no idea who has that world record now because the time keeps dropping in that category every like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's either FSG or DoomTap. But
All right.
what he did there, he like jumped and saved and quit, and that like his ledge hop stored in the game's memory. And now he's gonna get a.
Got it.
Okay, nice. Yeah, this is the hardest part or the most finicky part of this. If you get hit into the transition into Hyrule Castle, you get a state we call Lonk state. because Link is walking kind of funny, but that means he has a hit stored. So he has this ledge jump and this hit stored, and when he comes in here and gets hit by the barrier, Link basically becomes invisible. The map's collision still works, but his collision with sprites doesn't. So he can just walk right through this yellow guard that's positioned there specifically to keep you from hopping down there. And voila, he's out. And now he can go do a clip down here.
Sick screen transition, bro.
Yeah.
That is called a citrus clip, which was found by one of the greatest tassers of all time, Yuzahara, and named, I guess, yuzu in Japanese means citrus. So Tampa, another one of the greatest tassers of all time, always wanted to name a trick citrus after yuzu, and that clip is what got it. And we're going to do another citrus right here. I'm a baboon. Where does that? Okay.
That is something
dumpster.
that is something I've never seen before,
So
and it is fantastic. That is
so
fantastic.
so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run it back. We're doing it again. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's
things
what
just
uh,
got very fine.
so what happened there is he's like using the save and quit menu to as a buffer for his movements, and he accidentally just hit like down or down left while he still had the menu open, and it put him on the save and quit option.
Hey, but we're 2 for 2 on Lonk, baby.
Nice.
By the way, if we were gonna figure out when I am gonna fall into that dumpster, if you had 3 minutes into the run, well, congratulations, you win. I did that. I did that while practicing, and
uh,
there is a clip that somebody can find of me saying, "This is literally the one thing I don't want to happen. Everything else is fine. Every other death is fine. Everything, but that is the one thing."
so this does give me an opportunity to talk about this route a little bit. You might wonder why you don't just walk out of Link's house, come down here and do this clip, and just go to Eastern, which is what we're wanting to do. Like, why does he go and get the sword first? That seems kind of inefficient to do all of that. Well, at the beginning of the game, you have
Should I citrus again, or should I just walk?
maybe just walk.
Okay.
Yeah. This other citrus, the extra funny thing about the trick he just accidentally did was it takes like 5 seconds, so much more safe to just walk there
Maybe just
normally.
walk here.
Yeah.
I, so a funny thing happened on the way to Buckeye Speed Bash. as we knew, as we all know, this was supposed to happen back in March, and I was actually the closer back then, which would have been great. um, but the world is literally on fire in some places, and metaphorically on fire everywhere else. So here it is in September, and now we're doing this. In the interim, um, I lost like 30 pounds, and it turns out that that fat is where I stored any talent I had for speedrunning. It's all gone. It's just gone. So yeah, um, we're just here having a good time, raising some money to get some people some water, and check out that donation tracker in the bottom right, and maybe click the donate button. So dude, Richard Simmons is being stored for safekeeping. Haven't you seen any of those news stories?
this this bit of the run is Played in a pretty vanilla fashion, this dungeon.
I can't do diagonal boom here, so this category is trash now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, why do we get the sword?
Oh, yeah, we get the sword because, if you don't go and get the sword, Zelda badgers you about the secret passage to the castle every couple minutes.
It's a very fine anti-fairy skip. It was fine. Yeah, there's actually a category called Armos RTA where you do skip the sword and just do Eastern without it, and
Mhm.
you can get some fun occurrences if you don't beat the Zelda text to the pendant.
Yeah. Which is actually very hard to do.
Yeah, it's timed in such a way that it's like almost meant to soft lock you if you try too many shenanigans. Well, I'm glad we got the disaster out of the way like right away. I am super stoked about that.
Careful from
It's
getting too happy. There's no rule in this game that you can only have one disaster.
I note how Zelda Gamer Room went. Okay. I guess I'll put it this way. We got there's no PB pressure anymore. Okay. Actually, no. We do have time for another disaster coming up because now we have to go to Palace of Darkness, the long way around, and I'm not exactly equipped to handle that dungeon from a heart standpoint. So pucker up
Yeah.
because it's 4 heart helmet time.
Yep, the Palace of Darkness is, a dungeon that's quite a bit into the game normally, but it just works out that it's fastest for us to do it now, so very under-equipped for it.
But more time spent in the rain. Very moist category right now. It's quite moist.
Yeah.
Yeah, damp and musty. I can't do right side spin speed, so I'm going left. I can't do left side spin speed. Don't worry about it. So yeah, this is all new. All this routing here, dashing through the overworld. The nice thing is, all the enemies in rain state, the light world enemies are actually hanging out in the dark world. If you keep an eye out on the outside of Pod, you'll see 2 malformed chess pieces. Those are actually the Armos that are supposed to be outside Eastern Palace. Want to talk about DMA?
Yeah, so this is a trick also found by Yuzuhara. We used to do this quite differently, where we would go through the back entrance to Old Man Cave, which is what he's trying to access here. Uh, uh, actually, a lot of glitches just happen very fast, but
Yeah.
basically, he's skipping a boulder that blocks the entrance to Death Mountain. Normally, you need the Power Gloves, the item in Desert, to get to Death Mountain, but what he just did was some out of bounds to get
I,
to get past that boulder.
I'm going to say something that's going to make Can angry, but it's the best way for me to understand it. So you have 2 sets of coordinates: where you are on the screen and where you are in the overall map. And you're going to see a lot of tricks like the one coming up right now, where the camera just kind of sticks in place, and the camera's position, and Link's position on the overworld do not match up correctly. And it makes it a little bit hard to follow.
Yeah.
But rest assured, we're getting where we need to go. This is called the Kiki Yeet, by the way, the best name trick. Moldorm, please.
And this is another trick we have here.
We're killing this guy.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So now we're in Palace of Darkness, but we went the long way around. The dungeon map is split into one large map, and we just went from the bottom of it back around to the top. And we're in cave state still, so we have a nearly unlimited supply of keys, and there's no sprites. But oh, look for these malformed Armos out here. Check them out. Yep, there they are. Bye. But now we're in Palace of Darkness proper.
Yeah, you need to reload the dungeon properly to even really get to King Helmasaur reasonably, and also to fight him. He just won't be there if you don't reload the dungeon because you have no sprites. So it's
Yep.
necessary to reload.
You have a ton of keys.
Yeah.
I'm getting the safety arrows, by the way.
Yeah, that's very understandable.
Yep. I'm bonking. Okay, I'm getting. No, this is right. This is the right key, right, for pod, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Pod's key route can be a lot different depending on the categories. That's why I got a little confused.
My preferred category is any percent RMG, which does portions. Okay, portions of pod. Say that 10 times fast. But has a very different key route. I want
Yeah.
this key. Yeah, I'm doing any percent, and it's not good. But now hammer drum.
Yeah. This is a tough trick.
Easy every time.
Nice.
Hey, when I get to the basement, can you look away for 10 seconds?
Why?
There's not going to be anything. Not going to be anything for you to comment on.
Oh.
Oh, it's an archery contest.
An archery contest.
The statue was good looking, but then it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know the bomb strap.
Okay.
Where I want arrows, you dumb video game.
That's unlucky, yeah.
We're gonna do a fun thing. Wait, there it is. That was for Greenham, and only Greenham. Nobody else appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know the bomb strap.
Yeah, using a bomb would be very slightly faster there, but what he did is fine. Excuse me.
Fine is the word of the day.
Yeah. And here's a boss fight that will probably make us nervous.
Probably. I've been nervous since the run started for this fight.
All of his
4, 5,
attacks
6,
do
7,
2 hearts of damage, so he can only survive 1 hit.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Spin. Okay. Yeah, we in there. And that's why I picked up arrows. So if you're good at the game, you don't get the bow out. You just kind of hit him with the hammer 4 times and call it a day. And in fact, there's another new thing where you hit him with the hammer with spin speed, and it's actually easy. But I am coward and also trash, so we don't we don't do that.
It's honestly really good to make it past that in a marathon, just in general.
So
Like if I was running a marathon, I wouldn't even care how well it went as long as I got through it.
So we have a really good practice hack, and Josh has provided the presets for all dungeons for the practice hack. And for a long time, we were mad because Josh's presets had you getting the Helmasaur with 3 hearts. And he's like, "Well, if you're good at the game, you only need 3 hearts, and still get to it." And then it turns out the route changes, and suddenly his practice hack preset is relevant. I don't need to split. Um, Now I'm stuck here. Oh, yeah. I was trying to show that I'm stuck, but I just walked back in. I can't go anywhere. All I can do is save and quit or go back into pod. So now we're gonna go and remember Zelda, like the
Yeah.
girl. Yeah. She's still trapped.
So yeah, an interesting thing is going to happen here. First, you got another clip here. A lot of these clips, like the way they work and the way they like kind of break the camera, is we're accessing a ledge jump that puts us like through the bottom of the screen, and the game doesn't really can't really run its screen transition uh code while it's got you in a ledge hop. It just doesn't do that.
Says
Um,
game.
so it
Chat
it
says
wraps you to the top of the screen instead, and that creates the shenanigans that happen.
apparently the chat can't see any of this happening right now. They can hear us, but
Oh,
so
oh.
I'm in escape. I'm dashing down. I'm walking to the right. I'm dashing down. I'm dashing left now. I'm screen transitioning to the left. Let me know when I can stop the play-by-play. Dashing up,
Yeah.
dashing left. I am hitting a green guard with a hammer, getting hit from behind. Okay, I'm going through a door now.
I think it's back.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah. So
Webcam
up
is frozen. That's fine, as long as you can see my face.
coming up is like the main quirk that makes this whole route faster. It's really interesting. So he has the mirror, which if you are familiar with the game, the mirror has this mechanic where if you use it in a dungeon, it takes you to the last place you entered the dungeon at. But we've also got this interesting thing where after you've rescued Zelda here, if you save and quit, you spawn in her cell. But this location that we're in right now in her cell is in a dungeon. Hyrule Castle is a dungeon. So we loaded into this dungeon from a save and quit. What if we use the mirror? Where does the game consider our last entrance? Well, in the sanctuary, which is conveniently, uh,
Yeah.
you know, the end of
Or
a escape. You just
if
skip all of the sewers and everything.
if you mirror before the save and quit, it takes you back to the entrance that you came into Hyrule Castle, which isn't very
Yeah.
good. But the save and quit is the secret sauce there. So now we have all of our save and quit points now. I'm not limited to just Sanctuary. And we're going to Hera, I think. I don't have my splits.
You are going to Harry, yes. I can confirm.
Thank you.
Hera is a very important dungeon, but primarily because I think you're locked here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Hera is a very important dungeon because of its item, which is the Moon Pearl. You can actually get around the Moon Pearl in a lot of instances. It allows you to be Link in the Dark World rather than the bunny, which is the bunny is extremely useless.
Yeah,
Um,
the bunny is amazing.
yeah, you can actually get Link to be in the Dark World a number of ways without the Moon Pearl. It's just like highly inconvenient to do so for the most part. So it's just faster to do Hera pretty early.
I tried. 19 frames down the drain. Pot spin speed. I'm not doing pot spin speed.
Do you even know what it is?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Where you activate spin speed, pick up a pot and go touch the stairs, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, with Thieves coming up next, do you want me to play Minecraft or do you want me to take LSD?
I don't know.
Hey chat, you want Minecraft or LSD? Answer the question with no further context. I know Greenham's answer. He wants Minecraft, so he can look away from the screen. All right. Listen, you just want an excuse not to watch me play the game.
Looks like Minecraft is winning.
All right, we're doing Minecraft.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you did edge spin bomb jumps.
Oh yeah, I can't. I got the yips. I can't do any other way now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Especially with the new fire snake bomb jump for any percent. We do edge spin in there now too.
Yeah.
So having the hammer on Moldorm is really cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Normally you take 6 hits with the fighter sword, but the
Mhm.
hammer gives him 3 hits. Also, with the fighter sword, on the last hit, he's like moving around at double speed, which makes him pretty tough to deal with sometimes. The
Yep.
hammer just skips that phase entirely.
Greenham brings up a good point. The Minecraft trick is also a visual epilepsy warning too. So I will let you know when that's going to start and stop. And of course, I could be hoisted on my own petard and end up mirroring out of Thieves. Um, so
I
we'll
would
see.
I would I would laugh so hard.
Funny auto walk thing, armed and
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we just did something called Death Mountain Descent, which is a clip where we use spin speed to let us basically walk through a corner and just jump off Death Mountain. It's pretty cool. We get to do all sorts of fun things like that in this run.
Yeah, that's an important trick because that portal on Death Mountain is the only one that isn't kind of guarded by items we don't have yet. Um, so it's really the only way into the lower portions of the Dark World without some other equipment. It's also one of the oldest glitches in this game. It was done differently originally, but
Yeah, various forms of DMD
yeah.
have been around. There's a really cool old guide called Xanafer's Glitch Guide that explained glitches as they knew them back in like 2004, and it's really adorable, like when
Yeah.
you take like what's actually happening versus what they thought.
Yeah.
It's
But they did know about Death Mountain Descent, or at least a way, one or two ways to do it.
heck y'all.
Nice. That's a hard thing, and you have to get lucky. So that was really good.
Cricket.
Yeah.
I maintain that was unavoidable, and no decision I made could have changed that outcome. I am without fault.
Are you?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Streamer, when is trivia? What sort of trivia would you like? Am I streamer?
I think you are a streamer, yeah. This room is interesting. Normally, you need the gloves to lift that big block, but you can also kill all the enemies and go a slightly different way through that left door.
Be Zelda trivia. I don't know that I have any Zelda trivia. I have one piece of Zelda trivia. Did you know the
Hmm.
original plan for the Legend of Zelda overworld theme that we all know and love was actually just to use Ravel's Bolero? And they turns out they miscounted when Ravel's Bolero enters the public domain, and they weren't allowed to use it yet. So Koji Kondo wrote the Legend of Zelda overworld theme in a day and switched it out. I hear that Bolero is fire. Some ban this man. Oh, okay. All right. Visual epilepsy warning. Look away. Look away. But we're about to play Minecraft. Oh, okay. We got good Minecraft. It's a low resolution texture pack.
Yeah, so that happens if you mirror right as this boss fight is starting.
But it doesn't end here. And it may not look so bad when the camera and the screen is static, but once I start moving around, um, it's um,
Yeah, it looks pretty bad.
basically what happened was my run was so bad that it's been censored and pixelated to protect the eyes of children and the elderly. It will be like this for about 2 minutes. Now we can't read the text. Louis, you know the text. Doom tap stream playing instead of Stevens. Very good, Chalmers. All right.
Oh god.
Hi, Doom tap. So yeah, the game is just kind of stuck like this until the next time I make a mosaic transition happen, which conveniently menu left, left, left. Got it. Okay. Conveniently entering Skull Woods momentarily will do it. But in the meantime, we are. I have gone from Steven IRL to Minecraft Steve IRL. Hi, Joel and Eli. Kids are upstairs in the bedroom watching. The original plan, if this was in person, was for Joel to come and sit on the couch and pepper me with questions the whole time.
Have your kids played this game?
Uh, Joel's played it a little bit. I don't think he's gotten past Eastern, so
Okay, okay.
I guess we'll have to make that happen.
Have they played any old games?
He beat. Well, it depends on what your definition of old is. He
But
beat
like from
Metroid
this
Zero
era.
Mission. He beat
Oh, okay,
Metroid
okay.
Zero Mission. All right. So now I have a sword. Heck. It is almost over. Not the run. The run's probably got another four. I can't see a timer.
Yeah, Minecraft mode will end shortly.
In 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
That was the most uneven countdown.
So now Skullwoods,
Yep.
which is played basically like you would in any other category.
Yeah. The heavily like this. We call this category restricted major glitches because it does allow some glitching, but it doesn't go all the way. Like you can really stress this game out with some insane stuff. And if you're playing one of those categories that just anything goes, you can break this dungeon a good bit. But with this
If
category's rule set, it's played pretty normally.
if you play with no restrictions and they're just saying I want to beat the game, there's you can do it in a minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Um, so usually, if you're gonna do unrestricted, you force yourself to play. I didn't need to stop and kill him. If you're playing unrestricted, you force yourself to have a goal, like all dungeons, all bosses, 100%. Because just pure any percent in this game is a minute and 40 of one buffer sword clips until you want to cut your hand off.
Yeah.
Heck, I died in Mummy Key yesterday in practice.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. Jenny, Jenny, please. Based big magic because I was out. It's a marathon. I'm playing safe. Give me the heart. Okay.
Nice.
No, he died. He was dead before I was dead. This world is.
Yeah, that can happen. That's unfortunate. That would have been a good fight too.
Maximum salt. All right, we're just skipping this room this time. I don't know what the hand cycle is. Am I going to get grabbed when I fall into the hole? Nope. Okay. Fine. Fine.
Not bad.
Yeah. 23 error. That's right. It's time. We're gonna. Here we go. Um,
You go into
ether.
ether. Yeah,
Yeah.
ether.
Okay.
And flippers.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna do coming up is like a pretty big dungeon rush, but he needs to get a couple of items. The ether medallion, which lets him enter Mire, and the Zora flippers, which allow him to swim in Swamp Palace.
This
So he
save
needs
and
to
quits
collect
on purpose.
both of those. Yep.
I, I feel like
As
I could.
opposed to the unintentional save and quits
Yes.
that occasionally crop up.
So going into Hera here is the quickest way to get to the top of the mountain. I cannot cross the Holy Mountain horizontally, but I can do it vertically with that clip. That is a reference that has a very limited target, and if you get the Holy Mountain reference, I applaud you and question what you're doing with your life.
So this is a bit of an interesting route. The next place he needs to go is the Zora area. And if you're familiar with the map, you might be wondering what he's doing, just going to the right side of Death Mountain.
If you're
But
familiar with the category, you might be wondering what I'm.
yeah. But you got a little clip down here, which will take him to straight to Zora, pretty much.
A very polluted Zora's domain.
Yeah, the palette doesn't load properly.
Palette's fine. Tile set's wrong.
Oh well, yeah, the tile set, I should say, yeah. It's got some of the Death Mountain tile set bleeding over.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be in a few moments doing a clip into Mire, and the screen's going to be all flashy and weird. So if you do have any sort of visual, this one is not optional. I'm not doing it just to be cute. It is part of the run. But
Yeah.
doing the bomb clip. Walking into the portal from the wrong side. Parabombers, stay down there. Thank you. Okay, here is where it's about to get really jank.
Yeah.
Let's do the clip correctly. How's that sound? And now. So, yep, what? It's kind of flashy and now it's over.
It's supposed to be raining here, but since we load the screen poorly, it doesn't happen.
So, gonna do desert parts, most of desert quickly. And then since we're right by Mire, we'll do Mire. And then since we're right by Swamp, we'll do Swamp. And then since we're right by Ice, we'll do Ice. Nothing untoward will happen in that sequence. It will be all perfectly normal. Oh, and we're going to go to Hera again. But don't worry about that. Little sleepy? Did I
Yeah.
disturb your sleep schedule by having you
Oh
peek
yeah,
on it
totally.
at 5 p.m.?
Yeah, at 5. Just having certain items really breaks this dungeon wide open. Like he was able to just mirror back, and he doesn't need the gloves since he's already gotten the glove upgrade.
In fact, getting the gloves would be very bad because it would be a downgrade that I could then not get back.
Yeah.
Titan's mitts don't just go back in their chest. They're just gone. Nice bonk. I know I already have 23 arrows, but I'm getting those anyway.
Oh yeah, those arrows are really fast. This boss fight is also quite a bit less of a pain with the fire rod and the tempered sword compared to usually you just have your fighter sword and your bow and arrow.
Still going to be a 2 cycle though. That down right pattern was not the combination of where the first and second one went. I would not have been able to get both of them and get to the third, I don't think, unless I tried to fire rod left to right or right to left.
Yeah, it was a tough pattern to deal with.
There's a lot going on in Mire. Um,
Yeah.
we're gonna be visiting 3 dungeons while inside Mire. We're we're also gonna be hitting a crystal switch from a room away, and yeah, there's gonna be some clips and some action. So
Yeah, this has probably always been the most exciting uh segment of this category. Technically, I guess that has changed at the top level because there's even some additional routing that has changed recently that probably all the top runners are going to switch to.
yeah, there's a much faster route. Well, not much faster, like 20 seconds faster or so.
Yeah.
That does 2 trips into Hera and gets like the hook shot early or some madness like that. But it involves having to go and do all of Thieves with only 2 hearts. Um,
Yeah.
so it's probably not terribly wise to try to do that in a marathon setting. Look at all this damage I'm taking that I just don't care about until I hug a bomb slug. And a bomb jump. Yeah, theoretically, there's a bomb jump here, but
You don't go for that.
I've never done it once, never tried. I'm babby and coward.
It's a pretty hard bomb jump. IMO.
Like some one frame weirdness. And I don't even think it saves all that much.
It really doesn't. No, yeah.
I almost walked into the wizard. Uh, I'm going to take a guess and say my timer is at 45:20 because it should be at 42 right now.
It was at
Less than
45:22.
wow. I'm not looking at the stream. That's that's just that innate clock that I have. So Joel,
Yeah.
all those times that I tell you that you haven't been brushing your teeth for 2 minutes, how do I know without looking at a clock? I know. I'm your dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now he's going to do some backtracking back to the torches rooms because there are some clips he can do. And like we were saying earlier, like all the indoor rooms in this game are actually on the same map. And so you can, if you can get out of bounds in a room, you can scroll the screen in unintended ways uh, to access rooms that seemingly are far away in your mind. But if you look at that, how the rooms are laid out overall on the underworld map, you'll see that they
So
aren't.
so I just did that one with a bomb clip. When those bomb clips were discovered, we all just assumed that clip wasn't possible because we all just loaded a preset, went into the room and tried it, and it didn't work. And it turns out it only works if you have lit all 4 torches and moved the wall. And it took us way
Yeah.
too long to figure that out.
Yeah, it took us a long time to figure that out. I want to say like nearly a year after bomb clips were discovered.
That's it. Okay, now we're in swamp, and I remember Jelly Key.
Yep. So now he's in swamp, and the whole goal of this is to get the hook shot, and the hook shot is very important to get because um, swamp doesn't have any big key doors. So the only reason you need the big key is to get the hook shot. So you get to skip getting the big key, which is actually uh, a lot of content and within Swamp that you just get to skip later
And
in
they're
the
awful
run.
rooms too. They're not
Yeah.
fun. West side of Swamp is trash.
But yeah, since the last dungeon entrance he used was Meyer, he's able to m- pull out the mirror and come back to Meyer.
Uh, we're gonna jump off here. You dash down there so the screen doesn't have to. It gets you back to the door where you want to be, but the screen
Yeah.
doesn't have to move as far um, to bring the camera back. But if you dash down the wrong way, you're going to fall off and get hit with a laser, which is a cool 5 hearts to take.
Yeah, it's rough. He needs his health to fight Vitreous at the end, and you'll see why.
Some stuff's going to happen here too.
Yeah, he's gonna pull out a block from his Cane of Samaria and throw it into a void, which sets a specific value in the game's memory that he's going to exploit in a few rooms.
Cool.
Uh oh.
This is fine. We're gonna see. I think throwing the block screwed me, right?
No, no, it should be fine.
Okay. Hey. So yeah, I just hit a crystal switch that was actually in the other room because the fire rod shares a area of effect variable with the altitude of certain objects. And throwing, okay, we got 5 hearts. We're good. We're fine, right?
I'm really surprised you got hit there. Wow.
Breathe, breathe. The
Okay. Whew.
slowest 8 arrows I've ever fired.
Okay.
So you have to take 4 hearts of damage to do that right. And normally in this category, you get here with like 10 hearts, something like that.
Yeah,
9.
you get here with a lot usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's usually not a problem, but the dance I did trying to place the block and then getting hit by the anti-fairy, which was weird, brought me down to 5. You need 4.5 to do the 4 and change to do the optimal strat there, which is basically try to kill all the eyeballs in the goo before Vitreous fires a lightning. And I did it. But now I'm going to soft block because this clip is, I'm bad at this clip. So we'll find out. Well, not, you know, I may teleport into a cliffside that I can't get out of. It's not a big deal. No, I did it right because I am the greatest video game player of all time. You can't see my splits. You don't know how far behind I am. I could be on pace.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, look at my bomb count though. Oh no, it's good. I'm still getting these though. For some reason I thought I was down to like 2. Hey, according to esteemed video game publication Kotaku, I am a top speedrunner of this game. It is in print. You can read it on the internet. And theory, you know, if you think about it, right, compared to all the people in the world that have ever played this game, I am in the top 1%, right? So you got to keep things in perspective. Maybe I'm only 50th on the leaderboard or something like that. But overall, I'm
You think you're 50th?
top 50 in all dungeons.
Oh, in all dungeons. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I should be top 50 in all dungeons. I should be top 100. No, am I still top 100 in NMG? I don't even know.
I don't know either. Do you still have a 128?
I 3 years later. Oh, new
Okay.
trick.
Oh yeah, this trick. Yeah, this trick saves a surprising amount of time, but it allows you to hop down here. Nice. That was very good.
Just wait till icebreaker. I am tied for 100th in NMG. This makes me happy. Uh, I am very not swimming well in the Michael Phelps Memorial Pool. All right, we're going.
Memorial pool.
I just killed Michael Phelps, I think.
Yeah, what happened to Michael Phelps? Don't think I've seen any news.
I'm dying. Like Michael Phelps. Uh, local speedrunner slaughters Olympic hero.
So are you going for this trick?
Ice wrap.
Yeah.
I told you I have the practice hack loaded and ready to go.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
this this next trick is going to allow him to get into Ice Palace just quicker. But it has a pretty serious soft lock risk. Um, and it's not the kind you can just like save and quit out of. It can just like completely lock the game, and he loses all progress back to the last time he saved and quit, which
A
was
long time
before.
ago.
Yeah, it was after Flippers before he had done Desert Palace. So
Yeah.
he
But
has a
I have.
backup save ready to go
Yep.
if it does fail.
And there is a long storied history of needing to use the practice hack in Lincoln Pass marathon runs. Hi, Mutsky. But we did not soft lock. I slashed my sword at the appropriate time. And now I'm in Ice Palace.
Nice. That is very well executed. And now we've got a clip here that'll take us pretty deep into the dungeon, skipping a bunch of rooms. And now he's going to do a trick called Icebreaker, um, which is a newish discovery found earlier this year.
Banned in NMG by the Shadow Council, though.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Damn.
What is? Excuse me. We're gonna do something real quick here. I kind of want a full magic from you, just in case, but I did not get one.
You'll probably get one later
From what?
from the well, you can go and do the lower set, the ones you're supposed to skip.
What is going on here? I honestly don't know.
It's been so long since I've done this trick that I don't
There we
know how to
go.
try.
Yeah, I got to dip down into Penguin lineup now because
Yeah.
I will not get enough magic to finish the dungeon. I'll get a small from this guy maybe. And we're gonna play really safe and oh, those are arrows. I need the key. I'm so thinking about magic routing now.
Yeah.
There we go. Problem solved. The problem is solved. We solved the problem. Oh, everything. Sorry, kid shows. Ah, left side.
Oh wow! Can't believe
I'm
you
up.
go for that trick.
It's all dungeons. I have all these hearts, and that's the map.
Why would you?
I was putting my controller in the other hand to scratch my leg. Nope, 1 pixel too low. Hack. No danger, just didn't do it fast. You have so many hearts going into this fight that if you die, you deserve to.
Yeah, it's generally a lot safer than an MG's fight is. But
Because
yeah,
we're like what, 3 hearts ahead of NMG at this point? 2?
I think so. Yeah.
And you don't do a bomb jump, you don't do the spike conveyor. Um, there's just a bunch of things that you're not taking any damage going through here.
Hmm. So up next is Turtle Rock, but first he needs to get the ice rod, and the fastest way to get it is just mirroring outside this dungeon and swimming there.
But it's not going to be quite as boring as he made it sound.
No, it's not. I have a neat little clip.
Trust me, that's the Ice Red Cave. Just believe me. Not a hacked ROM, promise. But we're on to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, the Turtle Rock route is interesting. There are a number of like entrances and exits to Turtle Rock, but it's structured so that you're supposed to only be able to access the original entrance at first, but we're gonna do a glitch to access one of the exits
A
that shows up
glitch in
late
my
in the
speedrun?
dungeon. Yeah.
Those 4 bushes have a chance to give a heart or a fairy. I don't really need them, but you know,
Yeah.
down, left, half circle back, menu to the mirror, quick hop up right, quick hop left, and mirror and left. We did it.
Nice.
I narrate my tricks so I can remember how to do them. I was.
Uh-oh.
This is fine.
So a rule we like to joke about with speedrunning this game is you always spend a heart to get a heart, and that was a classic example. If you ever think getting a heart in this game is going to work out, you're wrong.
That was spectacular. um, I'm gonna go to the fire rod because Pokey 2 is scary, and also I'm gonna basically try to murder things for a fairy. There it is.
Nice.
So prize packs. Certain classes of enemies will always drop the same items in the same order. And that particular prize pack sets up nicely in most categories to give you a fairy at just the right time. We're going to do that as well because I hate that pattern. Um, so there's a few instant, like I actually tried to kill a Helmasaur in Thieves Town to try to get that same fairy, and I did not, and I ended up dying. Uh, but that was a long time ago, and we don't hold on to our mistakes. But that fairy potentially is really the only time that we care about the prize pack in this. We don't have to worry about rupee drops or anything because of how the route is set up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ice rod, menu to fire. No, okay, we're fine. This is fine. Did you know that if you fire rod the ice head when it's frozen, it turns gray? I didn't until just now. So, oh, right, the heart's over here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Similar to Palace of Darkness, which we did not open up naturally, we just kind of went in the back door. When you walk out of Palace of Darkness, you're stuck. Well, Turtle Rock's going to be the same way. Even though we went in a different door, it always sticks you out the main entrance when you finish the dungeon. Um, Desert is the only exception to that, and where finishing the dungeon puts you out of the secondary entrance in the back. Every other dungeon will just shuttle you out of the main entrance, regardless of how you got into it. So I will have to do another purely intentional save and quit. And another series of wacky clips that are going to get me into Ganon's tower, even though it doesn't look like it. So I'm going to hook dash on an imaginary bush, do a weird little hop there, jump down here. Now I actually am where the screen thinks I am. And now I'm in Ganon's tower.
Nice. From here,
I,
again, Tower is mostly played normally. I don't know what route you're going to do with your hearts and your keys. And okay, you're going to need torch key.
yeah. Torch key forever. Excuse me. We're doing it. I don't care. And I've got the hearts and the bombs, so I'm doing this too. No, I'm not. Fine. I was gonna do the new fire snake bomb jump,
Yeah.
but I messed up the easy part where you bonk. So entering Ganon's tower with 30 arrows means that I've played the game very well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. It's like a high score thing. That
It's
counts.
either that or you died to moth and got moth arrows twice,
Uh, uh,
which I don't think happened. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. Pretty sure you just got a bunch of drops.
okay. So I have to finish this fight and get out of the room quickly. If you linger around in the Ice Armos room too long, the way that the Ice Armos not save and quit here. That would have been a good one. If you linger around in the Ice Armos room too long, an invisible variable is incrementing, and it actually affects how the Ganon fight goes. And we basically practice for the optimal result there. So if things go badly, the Ganon fight probably goes bad. But in this category, uh, the Ganon fight is full hearts, full magic. So kind of nice. We're breaking out an old specialty, bringing this one out. This one is.
Wow, nice mimics too. I
I
was not expecting that.
and then I messed up the
No
low dash.
offense.
I wasn't expecting it either. I haven't done Mimics 2 right the past 15 times. Gimme. So these 5 rooms are called the Gauntlet. Have to go through them and live.
Yeah. They're all combat rooms back to back to back. There's a lot of like subtle RNG and you have to react well to what's going on.
Which I'm not doing.
Yeah. It's tough though. They're really tough rooms.
So you may have noticed I just killed that Stelphos, even though my fire rod shot was nowhere near him. That's the same effect as that spooky glitch that let me hit the crystal switch in Mire. Turns out that we had been using that glitch forever in this room, and we didn't know about it. And
Yeah.
then we found out how to harness its full potential.
Yeah, we actually started to look into it from a video a randomizer player posted. And that's like randomizer really has brought about a few changes to the speed run from just other people looking at the game, just more and more people, because randomizer really blew up and got huge.
I hadn't heard.
Yeah.
I have not been able to get that lamp dash. And I don't need this magic. What am I doing? This is the no EG strat. I keep accidentally doing the rooms the wrong way, like doing them for other categories, and then being confused when my menus aren't right. I'll bet this world 2020 is a mistake. One more try. Nope. That one was not my fault.
This trick only saves like 5 seconds here.
If you get it right the first time.
Yeah, if you get it right
Okay,
the
we're
first
done.
time.
We're done. We're just gonna. I cut my nails. I could just kill the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, yes, I can. But this is a pacifist run.
Just ignore all the other bosses you've killed.
We'll just move him off screen so you can't really see him die. And everybody knows that if something suffers but you don't see it, did it really happen? Okay, let's all get drunk and play ping pong. Okay, so is the pink circle Aghanim's mouth, or is the black circle Aghanim's mouth? Oh, that was a cool angle. I just passed the geometry test.
I don't know that I see the black circle as his mouth, but it is the face below his eyes.
I
Like
tried to
he's got
help.
like a mask on.
I liked it better when I thought the pink circle was his mouth, and he looked like just a don't go to Ganon, don't go to Ganon, don't go to Ganon. Aghanim has no mouth, and he must scream. So this is all dungeons, and I haven't done all of them yet. I have to go back to the light world and clean up one more. I remember this from the beginning of the game. We saw it twice when I saved and quit.
This is one of the unfortunate things about this category that a lot of runners don't like, is that this dungeon is last. And this dungeon also ends with like the most random boss in the
Not,
game.
not only is it last, but most dungeons you get a heart refill from the previous dungeon. And we just finished up Ganon's Tower, which is one of the more brutal dungeons in which you take a lot of intentional damage for various things.
Yeah.
So it's not uncommon to find yourself wandering into Aghanim's Tower with 3 or 4 hearts if GT goes poorly. And let me tell you, dying to Aghanim 1, games played count gonna be interesting. Don't worry about that little guy right there. Count the bonks instead, as they are legion. Yeah, dying to Aghanim 1 is chest turn count is weak, and I apologize for that. That's my failure. I did the room wrong.
Yes, you did.
I don't even care. You jerk. Get Green Ruby. That was a strat. One speed run is being executed here. No, this is just fantasy. All right, so the Aghanim fight is a cycled fight. First attack is a guaranteed energy ball. 2, 3, and 4 are 50-50 energy ball that you can reflect, or a blue ball that you can't. Fifth is a lightning, lather, rinse, repeat. Optimally, you get no blue balls. Suboptimally, you get 15. 15 is very common and happens to everybody.
No, actually 15 has only happened like 2 or 3 times in recorded speedrun history. and 2 of those times it has happened to who you're watching right now, which
Mhm.
is really remarkably bad luck. It's basically like to get 15 is basically the equivalent of flipping a quarter 15 times and having it land on heads every single time. Like
Yep.
it's
1
pretty
in
rare.
32,768.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a Reddit thread by Moogle, I believe, trying to figure out what. Look, 0, 0. It's 0 on this run. It's 0.
Yeah, this boss can really make grinding this game frustrating at a high level because he can just waste a lot of your time.
Or he can waste none of your time on the runs that you don't care about.
Yeah, or that.
But because we kill Aghanim, we get a full health refill, which basically means nothing can go wrong in the Ganon fight, right?
One would hope.
Up, right, left, down, up, right, down, right, up, right. I was certain I was going to get 0 warps too. These warps are 50-50 as well. Each one's like 2 seconds time loss that you can't do anything about. Oh, that's. My rhythm on these first spins is a little bit off. All right, time is coming up. Time will be when I enter the Triforce room. We will be moonwalking in style. Time. Don't tell me what my time was. It was a 112, and I know it was a 112, and it was a 112 in my heart, and it will remain a 112. It was what, a 121.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
121. Yeah.
Okay. Underestimate.
Which it really isn't that bad considering the
Uh,
the save and quit at the beginning.
right. Yeah. So I beat the NMG world record.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So okay, but well, Josh, thank you for commentating, and everybody that is in the chat that came to watch. If you are able to do so, I know that it is a weird time right now, and not everybody has discretionary funds at their disposal, but the marathon is raising money for a good cause. So click on the donate button. It's this general vicinity, right? It should be down here if you have the main Twitch page up. If you're not able to, thank you for supporting by at least watching. What is next? Can't remember. If you have never seen that Earthbound, it's pajama percent, right? If you have, if you have seen Earthbound, but you have not seen a pajama run, watch it. It is just as, if not more, broken than the abomination that I just did for you guys. It is a fantastic run. Earthbound, best RPG ever. Go make sure you watch that later. So, bye.